Look at me. 1337 on May 14th. 4 days ago. No hoes. No friends. Just a lowly 1300. And look at this record. Look at all these losses. Pathetic. But then on May 15th, got a bit of a win streak here. Something just clicked. And from here on out, just piling up those wins. And now I'm a 14-16 Chad of chess. And so today I wanted to look at some games. Now, this isn't like analysis from a GM, okay? If you're watching this, it's for entertainment. It's to see some, I think, good games of a 1400. Starting with the game that got me in the 1400s. By the way, my best rating is 1530 in Blitz, I think. So it's not the first time I reached this rating. But still, first game against Alaya from the States. Start with e4. And this is the old Sicilian variation. The more you know. Pretty standard in the beginning, just trading stuff, developing castles, and then he pins my queen, and I get my rook in the game. Now he's pushing pawns, and this is stressful because I don't want my bishop to be useless, right? So I have to make some room for him, which I do. Move him to a more active square. Okay, not bad so far. He moves his queen for reasons. And now I'm attacking his bishop. However, it's protected twice already. Not the greatest move either. And now he has a way to attack my queen. So I have to move it out the way to this awkward square where it doesn't have anywhere to go except this one square that's going to be attacked and this one square that's protected. Not great. Not looking good. So he goes on the offense. I trade. I panic, I trade. Then I try to do the same thing. He takes. Takes again. Great. And then I attack his queen. Now, I thought he would take. This is bad for me. Or it's even. Take. I think it's even in the end if that's what happens, but he doesn't do that. So I pin this thinking it's a good idea. Turns out it's pretty whatever. It doesn't do anything. It's still pretty even. And he doubles up. Now this, the engine might be saying it's even, but that stressed me out because I didn't like that. So I take, which is fine. Takes back, take, just simplifying the situation. It's still pretty even. Remember, this game, pretty even. I check, he moves, and then I get another check that kind of makes him destroy his pawn structure a little bit. It's just more space when queens are on the board, I think is bad. I think at least you'll see. As the game goes, it's not going to help him. So I just protect my rook, and he doubles up. And I'm like, wait, I can attack both these pieces. Now he could protect it by going there, but he doesn't do that. That's his first mistake, and it's a big one. It's huge. Because now I can trade the queens and get the bishop for free. Now both our rooks are pretty active, but mine is a little bit more. So he protects the pawn near his king, and I go for the other one. He also takes a pawn. And for the next moves, I'm trying to find a way to win this battle here. But it's not easy to figure out, because if I move my rook here, yes, I'm attacking this, but it's protected, and he can just take the pawn. I think that's what happens. after. Okay, I win a pawn here. And then he goes for this pawn. But at this point, I'm not even trying to win this battle. It was stressing me out before. I was like, this is 2 against 1. At this point, I was like, I have to checkmate him because he's gonna promote. And so at first, I try to win another pawn, which he protects. And I'm really starting to think I might have lost the advantage. The engine is still saying I'm fine. Actually, I'm winning by a lot, by 4 points. But I don't know that when I'm playing. So I check him, and he goes here. Now, we'll let the engine cook a little bit. It used to say a much bigger advantage than this. So this is what happened in the game, but this is not what I should have done. See? Mate in 17. But it's less than that, because when I do this, I think either he can only go there or there, right? Because he's in check. If he goes here, this is mate in 1 when I put the rook here, because the knight is attacking this, my pawns are attacking this, everything's protected. So he has to go here. And then the variation is, I want to move this knight so I can checkmate with the rook, right? So first, you make it so it doesn't have to protect these squares by moving this pawn up. Now this square is protected, so you can move the knight. But then he knows he's going to get checkmated, right? So he has to do something about it. He can move like this and get himself a little bit of breathing space. But you don't let him have this breathing space, because now he can move. You go here. Once again, he's boxed in. So he takes. So he has this square that he can move to. Nah, bro. Move the pawn. I think it's so cool. And then all he has are some checks. That's all he has. And once you get there, anything he moves, because this can't move, right? Anything ends up with this. And this is checkmate. I think it's so sick. What happened in the game? It's here. So I got the right idea just too early. Moved here, same move with the knight, getting in, and I was starting to stress out. I was like, if I don't do something real fast, he's gonna promote and I'm gonna be in trouble. But here I have mate in 1. He moves this. I still have mate in 1, but I didn't see it. I only saw this and this, right? I was like, oh, he can go there. He couldn't. So I tried to box him in. He was already boxed in. Anyway. So now he goes for another escape square. That's simple. That simple. And then he checks again, goes for a promotion. Not gonna happen. It's mate in 1. Boom. 1400. That's how I got in there. And then 2 other wins. This one wasn't that impressive. Okay. This one, though, it's a pretty good one. Let's go to the very beginning. All right. So he starts with a e4. I start with the fianchetto of the bishop on the king side. Pretty standard. Here, I think it was bad for him to yeah, it was bad for him, because now I can just take here and he can't castle. So that doesn't always happen in that level of chess. That's very bad for a 1371, but it happens. Bad games happen, right? So I attack the pawn. I have 2 attackers. He has 1. Pins my knight. He could have protected, but instead he pins my knight, so it's out of the attack, right? So I protect the knight, and then he just takes it. Fine, I'm fine with that. Protects the pawn again, because he knows that once I take this with check, I can take the pawn right after, so he has to protect it. I still take, because I know these double pawns are going to be good for me. And then I castle with check. He moves out the way. And I want to get this pawn out of here. I want to take the center. But he moves it like this. I don't think that was the best move for him, but now I push a pawn to attack here. If he doesn't do anything, I just go here. There's nothing he can do. It's boxed in. Can't move. So he has to either move the knight or push the pawn. And he decides to push the pawn, which I think is it's better to develop, right? But then he could have doubled his pawns. But then if he moves here and I take, he can just... No, that's not very... Oh, because then the knight is... Oh, okay, okay. For those who maybe didn't see what I'm saying right now, if here he goes here, I take this. This is a fork, so he's losing material. So turns out, and if he does this, I take it, and it's another double pawns. Not great. So turns out that was, I think, a better move to just do this, right? So I take my knight out, just developing. I attack the bishop, goes back, and now I want to box in this bishop. So first, if I do this, even though it's protected by the knight, he's just gonna go here, and I can't box him in anymore. Or at least it's gonna take too long, right? So first, also he's attacking this. So first, I have to move this. He responds by giving him some space, the bishop, but at that point, I'm still gonna do it because after he goes back, he's useless. Like there's nothing he can do about this, and even if he goes back, he doesn't have a way to get it out. He's down a bishop, literally. So from here, I just have to gobble some material. Here that's weird. He's attacking a rook that's obviously going for the pawn. So I take the pawn, and then I attack his knight. He's in a pretty bad position right now. 5. I'm 5 points ahead. He decides to attack my knight, but that doesn't work. Because once I do this, I did want to move it at first, but if he takes, I take with check, and I take his knight. So I'm up a pawn after this exchange. So that's not what he did. What did he do? Oh yeah, he moved back here. So I check and get out the way. Now, he wants to trade rooks. I didn't feel like it was the best play for me, but it would have been fine, actually. I'm gonna trade rooks a little bit later, but first I check. And I was gonna take here, but he's protecting now, so it's not as good. So I just pushed a pawn. And he protects his own knight, so I don't win a pawn, but I already got the piece. Move the rook out the way. And now here, he's trying to get this bishop in the game. Not gonna happen. Sorry, man. It's too late. It's too late. There we go. If he tries to attack it, and he's gonna do it, I can just protect this, and this whole... Whoops. These 4 are rock solid. There's nothing you can do about it. He wants to double up. Why did I take the pawn? That's not a good move. I could have... Actually, yeah. I could have just went boop and take this. Well, he would have... He can't protect it. Oh, that's cool. So I could have had a free rook here, but I didn't see it. Actually, it's made an 8 right now. So I missed it. He takes here. I'm up 20. Holy shit. Trade. Okay, so yeah, I lost a big advantage here. And now he checks. He's going for this pawn. As I said before, you can't. Protecting this pawn here. Great. So I lift the rook. He protects this pawn, but that's not really what I'm going for. I'm just going to throw everything at the king to checkmate him. So now I have this. After he does this, which is a bad move, I wasn't going to leave him here anyway. And now this is attacking here. This is attacking all these squares. All I need to do is to take care, sorry, of that rank and it's checkmate, which he doesn't see, unfortunately. So it's checkmate. Still, it was pretty neat, I think. It was a cool checkmate, but it was a mate in 5 here. Do I remember? I don't think I remember the moves. He can't really protect. Actually, I think that's what he needs to do. Yeah. And the funny thing is, here you're like, oh, okay, you just take, right? But if you do that, you're not actually mating for sure anymore. You're still up 71, but it's not a mate in X. What I need to do is this. Mate in 3. Then he moves here. That's the only square. Check. He has 2 squares here. He goes here. I haven't actually seen what I need to do here. Whoops. No, this is just a repeat. What is it? Can't be this. He just takes the... Huh. No. But it's something like this, right? What's the move? Oh my god, I'm taking so much longer for the vid than I thought because I only studied this, which the continuation is this. And this. Also, there's this. Goes here. Anyway, I want to find the other one. I want to find... Whoops. So here it goes like this, like this. Huh. There's 3 moves left. What is it? Maybe it's just... Oh, it is. Because then... Oh, it's like the flipped version of what happened in the game. But I thought it was pretty interesting that you don't actually take that rook. Anyway, so those were the 2 interesting wins I got in 1400. Trying to get back to 1500. It's my best rating. I don't know. Maybe this will be like road to 1600. Try to up my chess game or something. I don't know. Let me know if you liked it. And hopefully that was either entertaining or if you're a newer player, you learned a thing or two. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for watching.